Yep.
Times are a-changing, but some things stay the same. You start each morning with a cup of coffee every day. Maybe hit the snooze, turn on the local news, but nothing good comes from a one-sided point of view. Marijuana for dummies. Come for the info, stay for the reefer. Marijuana for dummies. Come for the info and stay for the reefer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Marijuana for Dummies, the show that resists the miseducation of marijuana. You know, coronavirus, everyone is worried about it affecting delivery because as delivery systems are affected, we so much expect it to affect the marijuana delivery. So far, at least here in Los Angeles, it doesn't appear to have had any effect. I've talked with the folks at the dispensaries where I go. They're getting their weed. They're getting their weed. Now, remember, truckers, transport people, people who work for things like FedEx, I'm not sure. I know that previously, when things were illegal, the majority of marijuana went through our regular postal system, believe it or not, okay? Went to the regular people mailing it in packages through our postal system. So I don't know what happens now. But we have been worried, really, about some kind of insult, problems with the marijuana delivery system. And I can tell you right now, at least in Los Angeles, California, it's not happening. There's plenty of weed to go around. Now, when I went into the dispensary this week, it seemed like their selection roughly looked lower than usual to me, the different types of weed. But they had a bunch of weed. Still just a few vapes, that whole issue with vapes and the safety of that, causing vapes to not to be something that's really selling. But they had a limited selection, but enough stuff that I was able to, saddle up. So I went to the dispensary and got saddled up with weed because I know in the times that when they're hard and stressful, I need marijuana. As many of I've told people, I've been smoking marijuana all morning long. And you can make your own assessment as to how lucid, clear thinking I am. I've been smoking, and the thing that I smoke for, and my point that I made, and you can ask Vic or any one of the people who are around me constantly, I don't get euphoric. I don't have any high moments of giddy, hee ha ha. What I mostly do when I smoke marijuana is feel more relaxed. I relax and I work, so I tend to roll a joint, make a pot of coffee, and work. Work at the desk for hours and hours. So that's what I'm getting. So different people smoke for different reasons. In today's world, people, I think, more and more are smoking marijuana specifically for those kinds of things, for rest and calm. I've increasingly have people who are coming to me who are trying marijuana for stress. Had two good friends recently who have been having trouble with sleeping. When they weren't resting well, and they were trying these expensive herbs, and the doctor had them doing these things. One of my friends said, I didn't do any of this stuff. I went to the dispensary and got one of the cheapest marijuanas they had. And it was so powerful to me. She said, I had like 3 or 4 puffs and slept like a baby.
Okay.
Slept like a baby. I say, well, marijuana is known for that, especially in indica. We talked about not having indica in the morning because it tends to be too sedative. You get up in the morning and have indica, you may go back to bed. On the other hand, if you get up in the morning, and as I like to do, you have a sativa with your coffee. That's not like putting even, Courvoisier in your coffee. It's not like that at all. You get up in the morning and you have a sativa with your coffee. You very often will feel up, enlightened, relaxed and tuned in. It's a different feel. And again, that's the feel so many people are going for. The issue of indica versus sativa, but what they're actually using the drugs for. Why are they medicating, as they would say in the psychiatric world? Why are you self-medicating? There are reasons to self-medicate. Stress is one, and I suggest that if you're dealing with even today's stress out there, I think of all the different ways to handle that stress, marijuana may be the best. And I'm comparing marijuana to prescription medications, to other illegal medications. If you are stressing out over this coronavirus, I think that marijuana is the best drug for you, especially a sativa, a light sativa. Here's what's so funny. If you don't really want to smoke, you go in there and get the cheapest weed possible. And the cheapest weed in the dispensary is probably 10 times stronger than what they had when I was in high school. So the cheapest, the absolute most dirtiest weed that they have today will kick shit in the ass from 20 years ago. Even, okay? Mm-hmm. So you can go to the dispensary and get the cheapest of their weed, smoke a little bit of that, and get the relief that you feel, that you need to feel. It's for the same reason marijuana, it works well with post-traumatic stress disorders. This is the way I do it. Anything that makes you anxious. If your daughter's messing around with a drug-dealing idiot, then you're stressed. Smoking weed will make you not want to kill him so badly, okay? If you are so nervous that you are twitching because your mate is so financially unreliable that you want to stab him in the neck with a fork, okay? The marijuana will help you calm down. If your kid, your ungrateful little shithead teenager is doing stuff to drive you crazy, marijuana will keep you from kicking ass. Okay? Because for the same reason, it's great for post-traumatic stress disorder. So, because I'm such a compulsive, person, and I would tell this to Vic, and Vic will probably say, when Cortez, when we would be working on music and Cortez would get on my damn nerves, I would go smoke some weed.
True.
And I could go feel better, right? I could say, well, I'm calm now.
Right.
Because I love you, Cortez, but you get on my last nerve.
Right.
Okay, so smoking weed. So that's the kind of stuff that weed is really good for. I think that that's useful and helpful. So what I'm saying is for those of you who are feeling increased stress during these times, it probably is cheaper and better for you to not drink, to go buy some weed.
Oh, they drinking.
See, they drinking.
They drinking, bro.
Alcohol is known to make you, you look it up, certain drugs are known to make you violent. Alcohol is one of the main ones, PCP. That's just like some drugs make you happy, some drugs make you mad. You drink and you usually want to cuss somebody out or kick somebody's ass. Okay, that's drinking. You never, let me tell you, mother, you never. Okay, that's drinking, okay? You don't go smoke a bunch of weed and then go cussing out a bunch of people. See, that's not the weed. That's not the effect of weed. You don't see weed people go, That's alcohol, okay? So I suggest you not drink. Get some cheap weed for cheap. It'll last you. And that might make you tolerate watching Netflix 5 nights a week with your old lady. Or your old man, depending how you swing. Okay? I'm just saying. You may need some weed.
And it's a good time. Now everybody has more time. They can exercise more.
See, Vic is fucking with you right now.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm messing with
That's why I had to use the F word.
See?
See, now we got to, not only do we have to suffer to Corona
Right.
Shutting us down, we got to hear shit from the exercising people.
That's right.
See?
No
So
excuse.
we going to get fatter. We going to get fatter while they going to be at the gym. I mean, Thornton was telling me, I was at the gym 6 a.m. First of all, who the hell is at the gym at 6 a.m.? But I said, I was at the gym at 6 a.m. Everybody in there was healthy and separate. And they was all separate across the gym, working out. Was no sick people in there. 6 a.m. I said, well, sirs, you 6 a.m. mofos, right? Shit.
So here's the question.
I'm being up at 10 a.m. and get me a Big Mac.
I'm going to ask your professional
Mac
opinion.
breakfast or something.
With more people now having available time, The number one priority for a lot of people right now who's not watching any of this stuff is to go out and earn income, because that's number one, clear. But if you get beyond that, will people now, because they have more time, be in better shape because they have time, or get worse? Your opinion.
They probably will get worse.
See?
But they don't have to. I can tell you, what did I do yesterday? I was cleaning up around the house. I had a bunch of stuff to organize. I was moving boxes. I was getting stuff done,
Man.
packing up some lights,
Oh, man. 10
all
minutes,
that stuff.
10
I'm trying
minutes
to.
of work, man. It was unbelievable.
10 minutes. I did 10 full minutes. At least that was like having sex 4 times. So, I did 10 full minutes.
No, you worked harder than that, but he did. He did. So
It was equivalent of 4 sexual episodes.
right.
For 10 full minutes.
People can now go, I don't have to go to the gym now. Stay out of I can just go. What's the excuse now?
The
Only thing
excuse,
that's going to be excuse is, I got to make that money.
that's the excuse. That's what you can tell your woman.
Right.
I got to go make that
I gotta
money,
make that
or I
money,
got to
man.
put you on Pornhub.
Yeah. If listen, at this time right now, I think everybody's like, oh, and let me just do an update for the previous segment of Mario Address. In certain parts, I guess, of the U.S., the police are asking people not to call 911 because they ran out of toilet paper.
Oh, God dang. See?
That's
See?
true. I'm saying.
See?
Wait a minute. I couldn't believe it.
Sometimes Corona's way
Wait a minute.
is the way.
I'm trying to picture this. Mario, I have a suggestion.
Yes, my brother, but I'm
No,
not
I'll
kissing
wait.
anything.
I want you to continue with this segment. I'll wait.
No, give us where I picked this. What's
Yeah.
this?
Okay.
What's the suggestion?
You remember the movie Interstellar with Matthew McConaughey, right?
Certainly. I still haven't figured out the ending, but it's another one of those wonderful movies where you end up going,
You don't
huh?
know what the hell happened.
All
right. So I believe right now travel will continue, and that our major intersecting lanes of travel, like the bus stations, the airports, place where you just got to have people there, I believe we should have what we call some form of security checking people at the bathrooms to make sure that when they go in, they wash their hands, and when they come out, they wash their hands. And you remember...
You're some nasty mofos.
Now, remember,
Nasty.
you can't
stank.
use humans because they can easily fall asleep
Thank you, stanky fingers.
and doze off. But you remember the computer machine that, the big Interstellar. Why don't we have those pitted at certain popular restrooms? So when people decide if they don't wash their hands, it steps in front of you and says, get your ass back and go wash your hands. And if they don't pay attention to run, they taser them. And then they say,
I'm for that.
Taser at bathroom 1, pick up. Would that impact people?
That would impact people. I can see it right now. Please, sir, wash your hands.
Right.
Wash your hands. Motherfucker, wash your hands.
Right. See?
See, that's what you have to have that step up. First is, please, sir,
Thank
wash your
you.
hands.
Thank you.
Please, sir, we wish you to wash your hands. And finally gets to, motherfucker, wash your hands. And it's like, we're going to take you down. Take you down.
Taser 1.
There you go. Because people are not following.
And you're hearing a lot of stories of people going, I'm walking in the restroom, and people are walking out not washing their hands. That is number one.
And
man.
then they got you watching other people.
Right.
See, that even looks a little weird. You in the restroom,
Right.
supposed to be peeing yourself,
And
and you
people
watching
watching.
what everybody else is doing.
There you
Did
go.
he wash his hands?
Right. Smoking a
And
joint.
you like, well, look over there.
And smoking a joint while he's in the restroom.
See, in today's world, they hand you a joint. See, last time I had visitors, I gave my buddy his own pipe. I said, I'm giving you your own pipe because I know your nasty habits.
So
I seen your nasty habits, and she look a little rough.
it
So
may be
you have to use this other pipe.
But it is laughable. But I saw this happen before. Now, I'm not putting out a certain community. There was a time in certain parts, I know of L.A., that you went to certain facilities because it was a different neighborhood. They would have what they called the employee security watching the restrooms because of the sexual behavior that was happening. And I remember
You was having sex in the restroom that day?
and it was the men. And I was going, why is the guy, I remember asking, I said, why is that guy standing there? Because I don't think that's cool that he's sitting there. And he says, oh no, he's there to stop them from having sex. And that was years
Who's
ago.
stopping the women from having sex?
Wait a
This is
minute,
what I'm
man.
saying. That sounds sexist.
Wait a minute, man.
So we're going to stop the men from having sex, but
Wait.
who's stopping the women?
Wait.
And this, first of all, we got off the subject.
I
We
try
talk-
to. But
We
listen,
talk about men having
wait,
sex
dude. No, we're talking-
in Macy's and I don't.
we're talking about people being watched.
Oh, that's what we talking about.
Yes,
Okay, be watched.
be watched, and I'm saying we need a. It's going to get to that, man.
We watching.
Washing your
We
hands,
watching. Wash your hands.
and then you can
nasty-
smoke a joint.
And then don't pass shit to me.
All right.
I got my own weed.
Okay.
Speaking of watching, as we turns out the NFL, who's been watching marijuana and the players, recently has changed the collective bargaining agreement. Players are no longer going to be suspended for positive marijuana tests.
They're not going to be playing.
Yeah, but let me tell you what else. While they may not be suspended, they may be fined. In
Right.
fact, people are saying what makes this kind of a joke is they could have you working for free. Imagine this. You playing pro football, you get marijuana fine, and they say, well, 3 weeks, no pay. You get another fine, 3 weeks without pay. Now you got 6 games without pay. You would have did better before, because you know what was I didn't even know this, but you know what the agreement was before, you guys? First of all, previously, players did not face suspension until their 4th failed test.
Right.
Okay, now they will be fined anywhere from a half-week salary to 3 weeks' salary for a positive test, depending on the number of violations. So in a minute, you could be fined crazy. Now, they used to have annual testing, and they limited it to when you got tested. I didn't even know this. No wonder players were. They were telling you they were testing in a short window. The first 2 weeks of training camp,
Right.
they would test you.
Right.
Under previous agreements. So, if you players who never had a drug violation were tested only once a year. Okay, and if you passed that one, you could smoke all you wanted
So.
to the next year.
So.
Oh,
So
man,
if
this is
players
so
come back
good.
and tell you, I smoked every game I played.
I'll say bow to you. We need some weed. Playing that violent ass shit. You need some weed. I mean, is anybody shocked
No.
that people playing football need some
No.
weed?
No.
Now, them baseball motherfuckers don't need no weed. They don't do nothing. Okay, I'm sorry for the cursing.
Man, you.
It's that kind of day. It's the
man,
stress.
dude.
It's the stress.
You're supposed to be relaxing
It's the
people.
stress.
You're not
We-
relaxing people.
Okay, I'm just telling you, we agree that football needs weed. Basketball probably needs weed. Baseball, we don't know. We don't know about
What
y'all.
about
baseball? You been working for sweat half
will
the
we
time.
have a better Congress if they smoke weed?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I look at Mitch, one thing I know Mitch McConnell needs is some weed and a blowjob. Okay, I can tell. Don't he look like it?
No
Don't Mitch
comment, bro.
McConnell
No
look like he
comment.
needs a weed and a
I
blowjob?
Don't want to even.
If anybody ever looked like they needed a blowjob, it's either him or Trump.
Wonder if that's the reason the way he is, because that's what he did.
Well, I don't know. It might be he needs it. I hope he gets some, because if you got your finger on the button, I want you to have a blowjob. That's marijuana for dummies.
You're inspiring right today.
That kind of a day.
Times are a-changing.
It's an indica
Some
kind of
things
day.
stay the same. You start each morning with a cup of coffee every day. Maybe hit the snooze, turn on the local news, but nothing good comes from a one-sided point of view. Marijuana for dummies. Come for the info, stay for the reefer. Marijuana for dummies. Come for the info and stay